Hey guys, welcome back to Bixby's Beer Reviews. So lovely to have you here with me again. And get right into it today. We got a beer from Vitamin Sea Brewing, that's SEA, in Weymouth, Massachusetts. If y'all are keeping track at home of my various South Shore adventures throughout my life up in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Weymouth is where I once threw up a whole bunch of St. Adam's Oktoberfest into my friend's parents' house's rose bushes. A long time ago, still can't really drink that beer. Maybe accounts for how I felt about Marzen beers, as I've talked about them. But that's neither here nor there. Today, we're not checking out an Oktoberfest beer. Today, we're checking out a hazy Pacific Sunrise. It's the name of the beer. It's also the name of the New Zealand hop we're trying out. At this point, our journey into New Zealand hops almost as long as Frodo's journey to Mordor. And with just as many beautiful sights along the way. Pacific Sunrise, a couple things about it. Very, very nice for this American. It's a lot easier for me to understand and pronounce correctly. Without offending anyone, I appreciate that. Also has such a lovely name. Really like that. It's not an especially new hop, but it's one I've really only seen in hazies relatively recently. I think it's starting to get a little bit more run. So let's go ahead, crack this one open, see what it's all about. So as you all know, I went to college up at Syracuse, and a lot of folks from Boston who were there too. And everybody sort of flatters themselves that this is the case, but I gotta say, kids from Weymouth are built differently. They are unfazed by amounts of alcohol that would fell a normal man. We're reliving some of my college drinking adventures because you know what this beer looks like. It's a hazy. I will say Vitamin Sea has blessed us with a single New England IPA coming in at 6.6%. This dad appreciates that. So good news on that front, but again, you know what it looks like. Let's go ahead, give it a smell. Ooh, that is a luxuriously fruity aroma. I get mango right up front. It's perhaps not quite as intense as a Zaka, but very strong. But I get an almost equal amount of kind of honeydew melon, a little bit, kind of sweet, kind of mellow. Also has a fair amount of just really delicious ripe strawberry going on in the background. A really wonderful combination kind of stone fruits and tropical fruits, and very intense, very strong, very assertive. I can see why they made this one a single hop hazy. I don't know. I don't know how this hop might play with others on the aroma side, but it certainly can carry a beer all by itself with a lot of complexity. It smells really beautiful. So let's go ahead, give it a taste. Again, a very rich and complex and very flavorful hop. The mango I got on the aroma is a little bit more towards the back here. I still do get some of that nice melon flavor, but I get a lot more citrus on the flavor. From the aroma, maybe a little bit of sort of tangerine in the background, but here it's that tangerine, that kind of clementine, not really heavily acidic sour citrus, but kind of getting almost a little bit in towards kind of sweet lemon, Meyer lemon. It brings a really welcome counterpoint to those richer, sweeter flavors that we got on the aroma. So it's a very interesting contrast between the aroma and the flavor. I will say Vitamin Sea has done a very good job nailing that appropriately thick, smooth body that we want to get from a hazy. And it really lets all those flavors come through and shine and have their space to show off. So Pacific Sunrise, I wouldn't necessarily say this is as versatile as Mosaic. It doesn't seem to be running the complete gamut, but it's giving us a couple interesting looks on the aroma and the flavor, and it's really showing off a lot of character for a single hop. One that I would expect 2 or 3 hops to need to pull off. So if you see it in the can by itself, you can be sure it's going to be able to carry the beer on its own. I'd be interested to see how it combos with other hops. I may check that out, maybe put up some reels or some stories checking out a few combos to give you a little bit more intel for your next visit to the Silver Can store. But in the meantime, really enjoyed this one. I'm just loving our journey through New Zealand hops. There are so many of them, and each one is just so distinctive. And it's so nice to be able to know that you can go out there and find so many different aromas and flavors. They really weren't there even a few years ago. So, as I always say, what a time to be alive. It's a great time to be a beer drinker, and certainly great to have you here with me drinking beer. So until next time, as always, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Bye now.